Welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Z77A-GD65. This is MSI's first board that I've had a look at on the brand new Z77 platform from Intel. So this is using a new chipset supporting Intel 3rd generation Core i5 and Core i7 processors on LGA 1155. So yes, 22 nanometer CPU ready. It is also SLI ready and Crossfire ready. Compatible with Windows 7, it better be, and supports Intel Core series processors, which it had better. Alright, Pci Express Generation 3 is also supported. It should be noted, of course. Yeah, MSI brought this up, that they were the first with a Pci Express Generation 3 ready motherboard, and that was on the Z68 platform, as well as Virtue MVP, so a little bit more on that in a moment. It comes with a 3-year warranty in USA, Canada, and Mexico. Includes their 1-second overclocking OC Genie 2. OC Genie now overclocks more than just the CPU, which is a very cool thing, as well as ClickBIOS 2, which is their graphical UEFI BIOS. ClickBIOS 2 is 10 times better than ClickBIOS 1, and I would say the best UEFI implementation that I have used so far. I love ClickBIOS 2. It's very easy to navigate. We're gonna switch spots here. Change places. All right. OC Genie overclock in 1 second. It probably takes less than a second actually, and provides an instant performance boost to CPU, memory, and integrated graphics. And apparently storage device performance. Cool. At least 36% boost in 3D gaming performance. That's probably assuming you're using the onboard GPU. All right, military class 3. So they are using their they're using their DRMOS 2, so this is their next generation. Their DRMOS concept was originally introduced on their P55 boards and was one of the things that drove MSI P55 boards, at least here at NCIX, where I work, to be one of the most popular ones out there. So this is a next generation of that proven technology. We've also got high C caps, super ferrite chokes, as well as solid caps built into this board. Let's go ahead and open it up. Yes, okay, supercharger is awesome because you can charge your iPad, iPhone, / mobile at high speed even when your PC is shut down. So that is even when your CPU is in the lowest possible resting state, which is powered down. Certificate of quality and stability, okay, sure. You guys won't need this, that's for me. That won't be in the retail box. Drivers and utilities DVD, download the latest off of the MSI website. Quick installation guide. Oh, this looks really big actually. Look at that, they show you all the different components with little diagrams and stuff. Handy. Next, software and application exclusive user-friendly feature collection. Okay. Oops. So it shows you how to use their various software applications. Ooh, Teaming Genie provides traffic load balancing and redundant NIC operation if network connection fails. Cool. Aha, we have, oh neat, even on a GD65 level board we've got the little cables for measuring the voltage directly off the board as opposed to through the BIOS. That's very cool. Alright, next we've got 4 SATA 3 6 gigabit per second right angle cables, and yes, based on my testing it doesn't matter that they're SATA 3, but that's what they are, so I'm going to call them what they are. We've also got an I/O shield. Aha, flexible black SLI bridge, my very favorite kind. The user's guide. Lots of accessories here, guys. We've also got their M connectors, which allow you to more easily connect your front panel connectors, including USB 2, as well as your, power switch, reset switch, and all that good stuff. And finally, the board itself. I'm really looking forward to checking out this board because MSI, in the last few generations, has done such a good job on the aesthetics. And as you guys know, if you watched my video where... Are you standing really close to me for a reason?
The shadow.
No, I don't want the shadow. So sorry about that, guys. There's a bit of a miscommunication where, I was uncomfortable because Slick was standing too close, but he deemed it necessary. So, I got over it. Anyway, here we go. So we've got our LGA 1155 processor, as well as all of our built-in military class PWM here. You can see their military class 3 branding. And this is okay. So yes, the gun thing is a little bit played out, but the good news is that on the MSI board, you can kind of ignore it. If you're looking at it from a normal angle, which would be above it a little bit, and at least it's tastefully implemented, guys, that's all I'm saying here. So we've got blue and black anodized with silver accents, heat sinks. I am definitely big into the aesthetics of my motherboards because they make a difference to how your entire system looks, and these ones look really, really sharp. All right, we've got our 8-pin CPU power connector in its ideal location up at the top left. We have support for dual-channel DDR3 memory. This is in line with the CPU. Remember, this supports either Ivy Bridge CPUs or last generation Sandy Bridge processors. So you can install any LG1155 processor that you want in this motherboard. You're just going to get the best performance out of a new Ivy Bridge chip. Up here we've got some LEDs. We've got our OC Genie button, which I've featured in the past, although we haven't tried OC Genie 2, so I'm looking forward to trying that. Also our power and reset buttons, V checkpoints for a wide variety of different motherboard components, including the onboard graphics on the CPU, which to my understanding can be overclocked, especially since OC Genie does it, to my understanding. Our 24-pin connector is at its ideal location along the right-hand edge of the board. We also have a front USB 3 header here. So this is running off of the Intel USB 3. So there are 4 Intel USB 3 ports that are running directly off of the Intel chipset. Here we have the Intel SATA 3 6 gigabit per second ports, which are going to be the highest performance one. We've got Intel SATA 2 3 gigabit per second ports, as well as third-party SATA 3 6 gigabit per second ports. Here is a little post meter so you can diagnose easily any posting issues, as well as their just a sec. Sorry guys, here's the supercharger, red coated, which means you can charge things faster off of this port. Here's a regular USB 2 header as well as another one. Here's our multi-BIOS switch, so it has dual BIOS integrated on the board and you can easily switch between them. So this is helpful if you have a dialed in overclock and you really don't want to screw it up and then you want to try something else. You can also flash different revisions of the BIOS so that you can find out, is the new BIOS, you know, perfect for my needs or is it not? And if you don't like it, you can go back to the old one just like that. Very cool. World's first PCI Express Gen 3, we can take that sticker off. There we are. And moving along, we've got trusted platform module, we've got some LED guys. Aha, there's our front panel connectors as well as our front audio, so I was looking for those guys. Next, we have the slot layout. So we have no legacy PCI on this board. 1, 2, 3 PCIe 16, although I'll get into why they're not quite PCIe 16 in just a moment, as well as 4 PCIe 1. So this guy runs at 16x if you put a single graphics card in, up to 16x PCIe 3.0. Then, if you put in 2 PCI Express 3.0 ready graphics cards, these two are going to run at 8x and 8x. Remember, PCIe 3 8x is equivalent to PCIe 2 16x. So even with high-end graphics cards, you shouldn't get any bottlenecking as long as you're using a PCIe 3 ready CPU, that is Ivy Bridge, 2 PCIe 3 ready slots, and PCIe 3 ready graphics cards. This last guy right here, due to bandwidth limitations, so that is how many PCIe 3 lanes are running off of the CPU, it's recommended to only use this one if you're running an Ivy Bridge CPU. Next, moving on to the back panel control, or back panel I/O, we've got 4 USB 2.0 ports, a PS2 port, which I still do like to see, guys. Clear CMOS switch, optical and coaxial audio out, HDMI, gigabit Ethernet, 2 USB 3.0 ports running off the Intel chipset, VGA, DVI, and 7.1 audio out. Here's another thing that you guys may or may not have seen just yet. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, here we go. So you see that little, I fell. You see that little Virtue logo right there? This board uses Virtue MVP, which is a more flexible, updated version of the original Lucid Virtue, which was on the Z68 platform, I think. Hold on. Sorry guys, H67. I knew that wasn't right. So what this allows you to do is you can use your integrated GPU to do QuickSync, which is your quick video encoding that's running off of the graphics core on the CPU itself. And with Virtue MVP, you can also use your integrated CPU to boost the performance of even a high-power dedicated graphics card as long as the game supports it. So that's a pretty neat thing. I haven't tested this out yet though, but I'm very excited to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to Linus Tech Tips for more unboxings, reviews, and other computer videos. Sorry guys, I forgot the fan headers. We've got 1, 2, 3, I saw another one, 3 PWM fan headers, as well as 2 3-pin fan headers.